Good morning. Today I'm going to go over the pressure practice worksheet with you that we are doing in class. They're all fairly straightforward. They all use variations of the equation pressure is equal to force divided by area. So if we take pressure is equal to force divided by area and we multiply both sides by area, on the right hand side the A's will cancel out, and we'll be left with force is equal to pressure times area. So back to our original equation, we have pressure is equal to force divided by area, and force is equal to pressure times area. Lastly, if we want to solve for the area, we would divide both sides by pressure. On the right side, they would cancel out, and we would be left with area is equal to force divided by pressure. Those are the three versions of the equation that we are going to use to complete the problems on this worksheet. Right, so I'll get right into it and go with number 1. Calculate the pressure on a man's foot when a woman who weighs 520 newtons steps on his foot with her heel, which has an area of 1/1000th of a square meter with all of her weight. So we're looking for pressure, so we're going to use P is equal to force divided by area. The force is 520 newtons. We're dividing by an area of 0.001 square meters. 520 divided by 1/1000th is 520,000 newtons per square meter is called a Pascal. Number 2 says, calculate the pressure exerted on the floor when an elephant who weighs 2400 newtons stands on 1 foot, which has an area of 4/10ths of a square meter. Same equation, pressure is equal to force divided by area. The elephant weighs 2400 newtons. The area of the elephant's foot is 4/10ths, so 0.4 square meters. 2400 divided by 0.4 should give you 6,000. Again, a newton per square meter is called a Pascal. Number 3, calculate the pressure exerted on the heel of a boy's foot if the boy weighs 320 newtons and he lands on one heel, which has an area of 1600ths of a square meter. Once again, pressure equals force divided by area. The boy's weight is 320 newtons. We're dividing by the area of his heel, 1600ths of a square meter. And when we divide 320 by 0.16, we will get 2,000. And as you should know at this point, newtons per square meter is called a Pascal. Number 4 changes things a little bit and is asking how much weight, which is the force, will a woman weigh if the pressure she exerts while standing on 1 foot that has an area of 6/10ths of a square meter exerts a pressure of 1600 pascals. So we're looking for force, so we want to use the part of the equation that says force is equal to pressure times area. The pressure that the woman is exerting is 16 pascals. She's exerting this pressure on 6/10ths of a square meter. 16 times 0.6 gives you 9.6. But what is a Pascal times a square meter? Well, since a Pascal is a Newton per square meter, and we're multiplying by a square meter, the square meters cancel out, and we're left with newtons, which is good because we found a force, and force is measured in newtons in the SI system. Number 5. What is the area of a car that touches the road if the car's weight on that tire is 3,072 newtons and the pressure exerted on the road is 48 pascals? So here we are looking for area. So area is going to be equal to force divided by pressure. The force is the weight of the car, 3,072 newtons. The pressure that is being exerted is 48 pascals. If we take 3,072 divided by 48, we will get 64. But what about the unit? Again, Newton divided by pascals are newtons divided by newtons per square meter. The newtons will cancel out because the square meters is in the denominator of a fraction. It will actually come to the top, and that will be our unit, 64 square meters. Number 6. Calculate the pressure exerted on an elevator floor, which has an area of 6 square meters, if 20 people whose combined force is 1,500 newtons are standing on it. So here, the 20 people doesn't matter because they already combined the force of them, which is their total weight, to be 1,500 newtons. So we're looking for pressure. We're going to go back to our equation. Pressure is equal to force divided by area. Our force is 1,500 newtons. We're dividing it by our area of 6 square meters. 1,500 divided by 6 is going to give us 250 pascals. Number 7. How much pressure is exerted on a science lab floor if the lab desk has an area of 1.08 square meters and a force of 12,000 newtons? Still using pressure is equal to force divided by area. Our force is 12,000 newtons, the weight of the desk, divided by its area of 1.08 square meters. 12,000 divided by 1.08 gives you 11,111.11, repeating, though we don't really care about the repeating, newtons per square meter, which is a pascal. Lastly, number 8, how much pressure will be exerted on a diver's body, which has an area of 10 square meters, if the water column above him weighs 120,000 newtons. Pressure is equal to force divided by area for the last time. Our force is 120,000 newtons. The area is 10 square meters, giving us 12,000 pascals. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me. Good luck.